Okay, sorry about that. I had to do something here. So that's the plan here. So I'm going to go ahead and make some sawhorses here. 2x4 8-footers. That's all it is. And so gonna make them 30 inches on the width, so I can get maybe some place to clamp things down. Don't want the sawhorses to get in the way. So all right, in you go, guys. In you go. This is for my first time making a sawhorse, so I'm gonna just make one, see how that goes, and then if that goes well, I'll just repeat from the other. So, all right. And it's nothing too tricky on the sawhorse. It's just going to be real simple and easy. No, nothing too fancy. Nothing too fancy at all. So. Put out my supports to give it a little extra support. So there we go. All right. Okay. I'm just going to go ahead and tighten this up here, or just get ready to get tightened up. So still need to make the measurements here of what I need. So I want this to be 30 inches. 30 inches comes out to be right about here. So I'm just going to take my square and my scribe, and then I'm ready to rock and roll. So now, just to let you know, sorry I had to cut out, but I forgot to mention that for all those people who are new, if you get bored watching this, go ahead and skip around. If you're really bored, but you do want to see the end results, you can go ahead and just go ahead and go to the last episode, and you'll be done, finished. So I'm just going to use a scribe to carve it out. So that's 30 inches right here. So I need 2 30 inches for the most part, because I'm going to be making an I-beam out of the top part, and then putting legs on the side. Really simple, real easy. And we'll see how it goes. So let's see here. So I definitely want to make the I-beam part. Okay, so here's okay. So I just want to line it up here. I'm going to take my saw to line it up. All the lasers comes in. I'll put the laser on. It's not even plugged in yet, but at least I know that's where I want it. So sure, I'll put it right there. Tighten that up. So the clamp does work. So it is useful when you're cutting 90 degrees on this miter saw. Other than that, it's just a waste of space, because when you do the bevel on it, it hits right into it. But now I gotta plug it in. Okay, here's the plug. There we go. So let's I got my glasses. I probably don't need a face shield on it because the blade guard and everything. But I'm gonna put my earmuffs on because it is kind of loud. So let me check the blade again and see where it is. Okay. Now I'm making sure that the teeth is at the edge of this, and that way I get a very straight, even cut. So let me just redo it here. Just make sure that the teeth are at the edge of where I scribed it. I don't know if you're able to see that, but you should be able to see that. Okay, so that's perfect right there. Clamp it down in place. Make sure that this is, I may have to get some clamps here just to make sure that these stay in place. Not that it's really that important, but I don't want to move around on me. There we go. Now I know the places. 9. Okay, so at least it's straight. I don't want it to bend on me. All pieces of wood just tend to bend a little bit, but that's the nature of wood. So let me double check here. Okay, maybe I'm just too anal about it, but whatever. One more check on the measurement, and then let's go make that cut. 30 inches. Perfect. Okay. Let's see what the laser does for it. Laser is a little bit off. That's alright. Alright, there I go. I got 30 inches right here. So that's 1/30 inch. I'm just going to take it slow. It's my first time doing it, so I'm just going to do it one by one. Guess it doesn't, when I do my oh, bless me. When I do my second one, I'll probably do it much faster. I'll probably stack my 2x4s and be able to cut.
Do you have any onions?
I'm sorry, what?
Do you have any onions?
I think I do. Go ahead, knock on the door. Ask Jasmine for some onions.
Okay.
Sorry, the neighbor wants some onions. Okay, cool. So let's measure another 30. Okay. Measure another 30. Just going to use a scribe. Let's see, get in there. Okay.
Daddy, do you have any onions?
I think we do. Look under the bottom drawer where the vegetables are. One interruption after another interruption. Isn't that just wonderful? So your square like this usually comes with a little scribe, and you can mark things if you don't have a pen on you. I like the scribe actually because it gets pretty exact where you want it to be. So hopefully I calculated enough lumber to figure out what I need. I actually, when I thought of this, it was based on a 32 inch, everything being 32 inch. But since I'm going to make the tops 30, I might have a little lumber, scrap piece of lumber left over. So there we go. Which actually might work better because I was thinking 32, you know, 332 is 96, but I forgot there's a 1/4 of an inch on the blade that I'm going to be cutting off. So you'll never get a 332 inches. You'll get one a little bit shorter, so worked out. Okay, so clamp this down. And again, if you get bored watching this, go ahead and skip around. You'll probably do that anyway. But for those of you who are really interested, you'll see it through. That's what it's all about. You want to do this, you know, so that's why you're here. Okay, so here we go. All right. Here we go. Very good. I'm satisfied with that. And yes, getting good cuts here. Matter of fact, let me check. Not that it matters, but yes, getting very excellent good cuts. Oh, getting really excellent good cuts. Wow. A little bit off on this side. You know, these lumber pieces are not, they're not always exact anyway, but yeah, that's good. I'm happy with this. So this one lumber piece should make my I-beam. I need 3 pieces of that. So if I had a stand for this miter saw, I could probably put a stop and just run right through it, but gotta build my table first. So hey, that's life. So here we go again. And these supports, these extensions on the miter saw are coming real, they're coming in real handy right now. So 30 inches. Okay, that's perfect. And I'm just going to take a scribe and scribe it. Okay, excellent. Okay, I'm going to take my saw. Of course, it's kind of nice to have that laser. I'm going to have to, I'll probably adjust that laser just because I think it is a cool feature, and I'll probably adjust it to make it work with this here. That's all right. That's all right. Hold on here. Okay. Yeah, these lumber boards aren't all that straight all the time, so you got to make do with what you got. I'll put this piece right here this time. Let's tighten this down, keep this down. Okay. All right, let's check again. Moved a little bit, but that's all right. I think this is pretty good enough. So yeah, I'm left with this much, and let me see how many inches. 7.5. I'm sorry, 5.5 inches. So 1, 2, 3. Okay. Plus 2 inches. Well, all right. That works for me. 30, 30. Would have been 6 actually. But okay. This is a scrap piece I'm left with. I'll probably use it for something one day. Let me see. 2x4 by 96. Okay. Supposedly smooth 4 sides, or square 4 sides, but not really. That's 4S on this. So here's my piece right here, and basically what I'm going to be doing is doing an I-beam on it, and then from here I'll put the legs in through the side. So real simple sawhorse. Anybody can do this. This is what I've decided to do, so this is the way I want to do it. So let's have to work off the floor as usual. In this, what I'm going to do is I'm going to nail this together, because guess what I got? Oh yeah, it's a framing nailer, but so what I purchased to work on a friend's house here, and since I have it, I'm going to go ahead and use it, because I do have the compressor, and amazingly, I'm going to demonstrate how versatile this 3-gallon compressor is, because this 3-gallon, I haven't shot it. I shot it through some plywood. This could be an opportunity to kind of see if this is going to actually shoot through 2x4s here with this 3-gallon compressor. So let's do that. I'm game for that. It already has nails in it. Angle's been set. Okay. Oh, shit. Oh, not that bad damage. Okay, alright, that's a little bit better. And it's set at 80 psi. I'll check it again, but of course it helps to put some oil in here every time you use it. Put some oil in here. A couple drops. That's all it takes. Not a big deal. Now I can't be like pounding a couple at a time. I can only do a few at a time, but it's going to save me some headache at least. So I'm going to use this as something to lean up against. I should use a straight edge actually, something straight that I can lean up, make it even. I could use another 2x4 if I need to. Anyways. So let me get some. Let me get some plywood here, just scrap pieces. Spare scrap pieces. Yeah. Oh, look, this will work perfectly. I bet it's big enough. Yeah, look at that. So I'm just going to use it to more or less to keep it straight. Where I'm going to position this is I'm just going to put. I'm just going to go ahead and just put one nail. That way I got a pivot point, and then one nail up on top, and that should take care of that. But I'm doing this to mainly keep it in line with the bottom 2x4. And so let's try to make it nice and straight as possible. Okay, I'm just going to eyeball this where it should go. And with my fingers I can just feel the edges touching in. Okay, I'm pretty satisfied with this, and so I'm just going to go ahead and put one little nail in here. And the nails that I have in here, they're electro-galvanized, 2.5 inches. Wait a minute, if they're 2.5 inches, they're not going to fit, are they? Is this 1.5? Oh, we'll see. We'll see. Okay. Well, it did go through. It did go through, and not bad. That should be 1.5, one more inch. Those are 2 3/8. So 1, 2, 3/8. Okay. Okay. These nails should work. I don't have a problem with that. So I just put one nail in as a pivot point. Let me do the other side. Now, guess it doesn't really matter how they're lined up on the bottom, but I just want to make sure that they're okay. I'm satisfied with this right here. So I'm going to go ahead and just take this and nail it. Oh, there we go. Okay, it's in. It's in. So I got my 2 parts here. I'm just going to leave it that way because I'm going to do the other half. So this one should be real easy. I'm just going to line it up, and it should just go in. Nothing for me to do here other than nail it. So this time it shouldn't move around. It should just go in real easy. I just have to nail it. There. Oh, didn't go through this time. Let's see, is this thing on? Oh, the PSI is a little bit low. There we go. Needs to be at least 80. Alright, that's not a problem. I'm telling you, it's better than nailing this thing all the time, because I'm going to be putting a couple in here. But I got a nail. I got a hammer. I got a hammer. That's fine. Okay, so this is starting to come together now. So now all I have to do is just butt this up. Okay, Hopefully you're all seeing this, and you know, let me turn on the lights in here. I'm sure it's bright enough anyway, but just want to make sure y'all are able to see it. Okay, so there you go. So anyways, hopefully you're able to see all that. So I'm just kind of butting it up now, just make sure it's straight up and lined. And then I'm going to take my second nail, and then there we go. Voila. It's nicely aligned, and should be ready to go. I'm going to go ahead and put one here, just secure it. It's going to be holding up that heavy door, so anything else I'm going to put on it. And I'm going to make another one like that. I'll have two sawhorses. I'm almost there. I just got to figure out the height. That's the only thing I got to figure out, but other than that, we'll try to figure that out without doing any heavy math. You know. Okay, so you could line them up now. Get an idea of where they need to go. Okay, yeah, it's going in good. Just line it up. Oop. Just line it up here. Matter of fact, if you want, you could probably use a straight edge to kind of determine where it would go, because this should be the same length, about the same length as, just a little bit under. So where you want it to go. There you go. Let me just mark it, so it could just be safe in marking right there. All right. So just to be, just to make sure I got it on center and it doesn't come out the other way. What I like about this, using this nail gun, is that it puts enough pressure where it sinks the nails right in. Beautiful. Beautiful. I should probably hammer that in a little. I just want to make sure it doesn't come out too much. So, alright, just using this, I'll just go ahead and just mark it. Hopefully you're all able to see this. Try to avoid that knot. Get close to the knot, but not hit into the knot. There we go. Just making sawhorses. There we go. Nicely done. Here's the other one. Nope. Not quite. Probably low on pressure. That's alright. It did a lot of the work for me. That's all I care about. So, alright. Got 4. Oh. Alright. Very nice. That fit. Very nice. Okay. I'm very satisfied with this. Okay. So let's do another one. This is 30 inches. I just have to figure out how I'm going to make it the height of 37. But we'll see. I'm not a math genius, but you know what? There's things you can do to figure things out. So we got one part done, 30 inches. That's what we planned for because the door is 32, and I want a little lip on it so I can clamp things down on the off the edge, and that was the whole point, right? Of me cutting it to 32. So here we are again. Oh. Back to another piece. So I'll just do it one by one. No. Get that measured out here. Okay, 30 inches. And then, of course, your square and your scribe are your two best friends here. If you have another kind of square, triangle kind of looking thing, that works too. If you notice, I'm not just marking every 30 inches because after you cut it, you're going to be off by 1/8 of an inch. So keep that in mind when you do that. Or you can go ahead and do it and just, be short. Doesn't matter to me. It's your project. I'm sure you're watching this for a reason. And I'm not a professional woodworker. But as you can tell from my garage, I have some experience. But I just, I'm just doing this. Excellent. So I got this little setup here, and I'm going to go ahead and check the, if you can see that. I'm going to go ahead and check it right here, and it looks good. I'm making sure that they line up on the edge of the teeth, so when I cut it, it's going to cut good. Let's verify that I cut this to size. Yeah, it looks like I cut it to size, so perfect. That's one. And need two more. So hopefully I made the right calculations and getting the right amount of boards here. If I didn't, well, just have to go back to the store, I guess. They're open today. They should be open today. Anyways, I hope you're able to see all this here. Let me move my hand around. Yeah. Yeah, you're able to see this. This is perfect viewing here, right here for you. That's why I move my hands around on. I can see the edge of the screen, but I can't see the screen itself. So that's why you see me move my hands around like that. Okay, 30 inches. You could mark it if you want, but I just go ahead and just leave it there. You can mark it, then put your square, but I just do it that way. Though I know it's at 30, hasn't moved. I hope. Okay, there we go. Make sure it's on the edge of the teeth. Edge of teeth. Okay. I moved it too much. Okay, that's perfect. That's where I like it. I should keep it good in place. Let me see here. Just want to make sure. Okay, just got no choice. I just got to put it right here. It's alright. I got the clamp here. I feel confident about that side. This side, I'm clamping it right here, closer to where the original part of the whole fence is. This is just an extension. That's kind of why I don't want to clamp it to the extension, because I know it's going to move. So let me verify again. Yep. Okay. Here we go. All right. Another lovely, nice cut. And the last piece to make my other sawhorse should be it right here. So, okay, let's figure out what I need here. Inches is going to be right there. Okay. Alright, something for me to press up against. And I really like these rubber gloves. I mean, they just hold up really well, and they grip things a lot better. And I've noticed they save my hands the wear and tear, and also it does grip better. I've noticed that. I'm able to turn and twist things wearing these gloves better than by hand. But you know, some of you guys have pretty rough hands. You know, I don't. That's why I wear gloves. And plus, little secret: women love soft hands. And you all know why. Okay, that's good. Just gonna clamp that little side here. Go ahead and do that. Okay, that's all I got. Got no way for nothing else. Excellent. Look at that. Okay, let's put that right here. Another scrap piece, and it should be the same size as the other scrap piece. If it's not, I've screwed up somewhere. It is. Wow, look at that. Okay. Okay, so let's take these. Let's make sure that PSI is up there. Okay, 80. Good. And let's do the same thing here. Won't need this until a little bit later. So I'm just gonna butt it up. Try to butt it up anyway, and try to just get that middle piece in the middle somewhere. So that's all I'm doing. Just trying to get that middle piece in the middle somewhere. Doesn't matter. I'm just trying to get a I'm just going to put one nail in it so I could just work with it. That's all I'm trying to do. Just put one nail into it so I can work with it. There we go. It's not in all the way, but that's alright. It's gone through. It's just I don't want it to scratch up the table, so I want to make sure it's up there. Okay, excellent. So, just going to do the same thing here on the other side. Let's go ahead and just try to butt it up. Make it straight here. Okay. Alright. Oh. Sorry if you're not seeing any of this. Alright, oh, split. Did a little split on me. That's why I try to keep it, I don't try to nail to the edge here too close, but it split on me. Let me see what I'm not really happy with that, but oh well. Hopefully the others, the way it nails in, it's not going to be too bad. Well, let's do the other side. Let's see what side. Don't want that here. Okay. So now all I have to do is just try to match this up, since it's all nailed into place. Okay. Hopefully, I'm hoping you all have been able to see all that. I hope, anyway. If you haven't, I apologize, but you've probably seen it already. Hopefully you'll see this one. There we go. Nice one. Pressure rise on that. Let's go on the next side here. So I just have to wait for the pressure to rise up, and you kind of see the bottom here. I'll lean over a little bit so you can see it. So there you go. You should be able to. Yeah, you should be able to see it now, just fine. So there it is, and there we go. Okay, excellent. Now that that's done, all I have to do is just mark the other two spots, and I'll do that by lining up the nails. That tells me where I need to be. Just line up the nails and put one spot over here, and the next spot over here. That's all I'm doing. Nothing too fancy. Okay, wow, right on. Oh, I missed that spot just slightly, a little bit. That's alright. Sometimes I really am anal about these things here, but of course I've never done this before. It's my first time ever doing it, so if I'm doing it like with ease, this is something y'all can do with ease. you know. Okay. Although it helps to have the tools to do it. I have a lot of video reviews on different tools that you can, you know, see my other channels, see my other videos. Go view my channel, and that may help you a lot. Ooh, see some sparks fly on those. Gonna let the pressure rise again. But this nail gun's running on that small little air compressor, 3 gallon. Nailed into a 2x4. Okay, you all seeing this? Is that too high? There we go. Nailed into a 2x4 into another 2x4. So sideways, vertical. So horizontally, vertically, horizontally into basically this. It's probably like nailed right here. 3 inches would have been more like here. So there, gives you an idea. Of course, you can't be nailing all the time, but for our application here, excuse me, it works. There we go. That one jumped on me a little bit, but let's nail that in a little bit more. So just have a hammer with you, just in case. Okay, I'm happy with it. I don't see any nails coming out the other side or anything on the I-beam. So there, I got my 2 I-beams here, and that should make it super duper, very sturdy, very tough. So, excellent. Here they are, my 2 I-beams. Okay. Right there. So, my 2 I-beams are right there. We'll see what we have to do here. Oh, my glasses are getting a little foggy. It's warm today. So there you go. And now I have to figure out the leg height, which is going to be interesting because I want it to be 17 inches. So I got to figure out how to do that. Okay. So 17 is because I picked this height here to do it, to be right about here, 17. That's kind of where I want it to be. So if I ever need to use a table saw along with my table, I can conjointly use them. So let's see, how am I going to do this? Let's see here. Well, let's take a piece of scrap and see what I need to do with it. So I'm going to take a piece of scrap of plywood here. I'm going to put it, I like to put it on the table saw, but it's being preoccupied. I don't need to, I just need a piece of the table saw to work on. Not the whole thing, but I'm just going to go ahead and move one of these, move one of the supports in. Alright. Man, I love this miter saw. It works. Gift that keeps on giving. So, the way it's going to work basically is one of the studs, it's going to be butt up against here, and it's going to come off of here, and that's how I'm going to get my angle on the table saw Maybe that's why I should have more precise to use the I-beam to placement, but that's alright. As long as we get 2. Let's see here. Just trying to make it really simple. So anyways, let's just imagine this being one edge of it. That's what it comes down to. So I just want to get the angle on it. That's all I'm trying to really use this for, is to get the angle. And wow, look at that. Actually, it's pretty good. It's close enough where I can just measure what I want at that angle. So sometimes you don't need, well, it's good to have some good math skills if I want to ever prove this on paper, but in physical reality world, this is probably what most people do. But if you want to knock yourself with sine, cosine, all that stuff, have fun. You probably need to in certain situations where you're doing a large building and it's not, applicable to do this kind of thing to figure out the length and angle of something. So I totally agree on that. So right now the height is height is 43.5, and I want it to be at 37. Basically, it's the bottom of this. So the angle is right there. Let's just see if this works. Okay. I'm just going to go ahead and just rough it out. Measure what this needs to be. It needs to be 38. 38. And then this is obviously 1.5 inches here. So I just need to figure out, you take off 1.5 inches on the bottom. So 1.5 inches, bring it right about. Hey, what's up?
Not much. I was wanting to see if you'd go to the orphanage.
Oh, I can't today. I'm in the middle of doing something.
Okay.
I mean, it'll still be there, I hope. So.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, thanks. Okay. Where was I? Okay. So let's go back here. 1.5 inches would be right about. I'm just going to go ahead and mark it. It's going to be right about here. So let's just figure it out. If this works, I can just cut the same for all of them. That kind of makes sense, wouldn't it? Okay, so let's figure what the length needs to be. 36 3/4? 36 3/4. Okay, let's try it again. Let's try to figure that out one more time. $36 3/4. So give it a. makes it a 36 inch, an inch and a half. Actually 35 3/4. So an inch and a half. A little bit tricky here. All right. My measurement's slightly off. Let me do this again. Needs to be right about here. There we go. Sorry if this is boring you. You can go skip ahead. An inch and a half. Okay, that's an inch and a half right there. Let's figure out where this needs to be. Okay, 36 and a half. So I'm doing 36 and a half. The angle on it doesn't really make much of a difference. It does slightly. 36 3/8. Okay. Damn it. So we're going to do 36 3/8. Try it again. Yeah, 36 3/8. All right. I'm going to do 36 3/8. We're going to see if that works. All right. So I'm just going to, either I'm going to waste some material, or I'm going to be pretty darn close and be very satisfied. So we'll see what happens. All right, stay tuned. All right. I'd like to see the battery life on this. Probably an hour has already gone by, but I'll just keep going till the battery dies. So 36 3/8. That's what we're going to do. Man, I can't wait to get that frickin' table and my shelves. Okay, you boards. You gotta go back over there where you belong. Probably won't be needing you either for a while. Keep you safe. So 36 3/8. Okay. Okay. All right. So, little trusty square. So, where am I gonna? Where you at? There you are. Make sure you're 36 3/8. Okay. Perfect. Alright, let's just see what happens. Let me see something here. I may double up here since I'm going to have to use 2 studs anyway. Yeah, I'm going to have to use 2 studs anyway, so I'm going to go ahead and double up on this. save me some time. Okay. Okay. Save me some time. Double up on the studs. Alright. Keep doing that. Come on, fit in there. Good. Alright, it did fit. But I need you on the bottom. Because I already marked on the top one. Alright, there we go. Alright. So just have to line them up this side. Excellent. There we go. Make sure they're lined up. Make sure they're lined up. Okay. So just gotta, it's gonna be a little tough since there's two of these. We're gonna line up the top one first. Okay, there we go. That one's lined up at least. Good thing I got the extensions. They kind of go up a little high, so I'm able to put two on here. And then make sure these are, oh, nope, they moved a little bit, especially the top one. So, see how that affects it. Gonna move a little bit more. There we go, that's perfect. Okay. Okay, go ahead and clamp this down. That's the clamp down, and then use the other clamp here. To clamp it onto, there we go. Gonna have to clamp it onto the extensions, which is fine. I'm gonna clamp this right here onto the board. This right here. Alright, excellent. So they're both clamped now. Let me double check on the cut. Okay, excellent. Maybe I'm doing overkill on something, but you know what? This is what I want to do, so don't let anybody tell you otherwise. You do whatever you want to do. I'm just showing you the way I'm doing it. You do it the way whatever comfortable for you. Put my glasses on. Put my safety glasses because I don't want to go blind. Enough room to spare. This 12-inch is amazing. Just like that. I got two pieces ready to go. Okay. Okay, got two pieces ready to go for that. Let's let me do two other pieces. I should have pulled that extension out. Go ahead and do that right now. Just pull that extension extension out. Give it some support. Good. Excellent. Okay, just gotta make my other measurement. Do my second cut here. So it's a 36 and 3/8. Excellent. Six and 3/8. 6 and 3. Okay, excellent. It's perfect. All right, I just got to line it up. See where it is. Let's come out a little bit more. Let's go in a little bit more now. A little bit more. Okay. Let's see if that's lined up. That edge is lined up. Okay. Excellent. Let's clamp this down. Clamp this side down now as well. Moved on me a little bit. Not enough to make a difference. Good. Not enough to make a difference. Excellent. Here the side moved it right back. There we go. Just trying to get a good straight cut here. Clamping on both sides. Yeah, that's going to be good. That's going to be good. All right, here we go. Yeah, I set this up really good because if you see the markings on the side of the blade, they're not scratched up and stuff, so the blade, the teeth of the blade is cutting enough where it leaves a little space for the blade to go through. So this is a really good 90 adjustment that I've made on this. I'll put a link on this on the miter saw if you want to know how to do your setup on this particular brand. So far I'm impressed. This is doing really good. So okay, so I got 4 of these, 4 legs. So let's use one to set it up and see how it looks. If I did it right, it should be 37 inches. We're very close. So let's do this here. So we got, okay, so I got one here that we're nailing. Okay, So all I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna nail one in first, and then we'll just put in the second one afterwards. So that's kind of my plan here. Okay. So I want some room on the side here, and I'll just use that nailer to nail up on here. So we'll see if we can do that without killing myself. Important not to kill myself. Okay, let's do this here. I wonder if I should do a certain measurement of I'll just use my finger and to kind of guide it through here. Okay. Excuse me if you're not seeing this, but okay. I guess this is just the way it is. I'm just gonna have to work with it. Bad time to be repressurizing, but no, it's in there. Good. Sorry if you didn't see that or you missed it, but the air pressure go back up. Pressure go back up, so I can do this one. There we go. And okay, not too bad. So just gotta nail the second part of it on this, which I think is a little bit easier now that I got two nails in here. So let's see how this. How do I want to do this? Okay, let's see how it looks. Well, the nails went through, as you see right there. I don't know if you can see. The nails went through there, and obviously over here as well.